Welcome back to Psychonauts 2. We're in the head honcho's office. We're going to talk to whoever's here in a series of cutscenes. These cutscenes are important to me because they really help to showcase how to control the difference between what Raz knows and what the audience knows. That's always going to be something in every kind of story because obviously the audience realizes it's a story at the very least. But when the main character is a child, it's even more critical to be able to leverage the difference between what the audience knows and what the main character knows. At the very least, we can understand that Raz is barreling towards disaster, even though Raz can't see it. And that is a tremendous amount of the tension of the game. We can see it coming, even though Raz can't. And these are cutscenes that will really nail that down. We're going to see Raz run into some things that an adult understands in a different way than Raz does. And I think that that's a very important thing to understand how to leverage in your stories, and so that's what I'd pay attention to. But there is one confounding factor. This game is rated teen. And while it's not really aimed at teenagers, it's aimed at Psychonauts 1 fans, and we're all like 40 now. But still, teenagers and younger are probably going to play it. I mean, it's rated teen, but it's still going to be played by 11-year-olds or 9-year-olds. So they're going to miss out on some of the clues that an adult would pick up on in these cutscenes, and they may end up on the same level as Raz, which isn't necessarily a bad story either. So what I would pay attention to in these cutscenes is the way that they set these cutscenes up so that whether you understand it as an adult or as a child, you're going to get some fun story progression out of it, both immediately and in the long term. Take a listen.
Lily, how is he?
Oh, Raz, I can't figure out what's wrong. These plants are supposed to feed off his psychic energy and help me figure out what's going on. But they keep dying. I think his Silurium poisoning must be worse than we thought.
Listen, Lily, I have to talk to you about something I found on the casino mission. Have you been contacted by any strangers or even someone you know acting funny, trying to...
To turn me into a spy and help kidnap my dad? Is that what you're implying?
No, but I wanted to warn you. People are going to ask...
Look, I know I talk smack about the Psychonauts and say they aren't what they used to be. And I know I'm a terrible daughter and a disappointment to my father, okay? But... Oh, never mind!
Lily, hang on!
Rasputin.
Truman! You're awake! Hang on, let me tell the others!
No, Rasputin, no one must know. There's a spy among us. We don't know who to trust.
But...
If the wrong person hears what I'm about to tell you, people could die.
But, Lily...
We must keep this information from her to protect her.
Truman, I don't understand. Who kidnapped you?
I only saw that psycho in the shower cap.
But Lobato must have had help. We think it's the delusionists. And they're even trying to bring back...
Maligula. It's true. That's what I was working on when I was taken.
They can't really bring her back, though, right? Sasha says it's impossible.
It wouldn't be the first time the Psychonauts underestimated Maligula's power. Listen, Rasputin. Maligula is coming back. And we only have one hope. There's one person who knows how to fight her. You need to bring him here. Bring back Ford Cruller. Can you do that for me, Raz? Can you bring back Agent Cruller and find out what he knows? Rasputin, this is a mission about the fate of the world. And I have no one else I can trust. You must bring Ford here. Can you do that?
Yes, if I can find some bacon.
I'm going to ignore that last part because it makes no sense to me. But I'm trusting that you know what you're doing. And I'm trusting that you'll tell no one, Rasputin. The fate of the free-thinking world is in your hands.
Okay, Grandhead Zanotto. You can trust me. I'll get Ford.
Good boy. Go now. We're running out of time.
So, obviously, Grandhead Zanotto is the bad guy. It's super obvious to, anyone who's queued up to those sorts of clues. He's coming off as extremely creepy adult trying to hoodwink a kid here. And even the fact that he has a really pithy comeback line about bacon reveals that he's not Grandhead Zanotto, because he would know Ford's preferences. He's worked with Ford for decades. Bacon? I didn't know Ford liked bacon? Oh, really? You didn't know that Ford liked bacon? Who are you? But the number one thing that gives away the fact that Grandhead Zanotto is a villain is the fact that he has 4 toes, but 5 fingers. The fuck is up with that? Choose a number. Anyway, those are the cutscenes that are setting us up for our adventure. We're now entering into the main phase of the game. We are going to do Ford's bit tomorrow, or next episode, just because it's got some talk about the organization of it. But we can clearly see that bringing Ford back is a disaster waiting to happen. There is something wrong here. There's a reason why bringing Ford back is something the villains want. And that makes it really interesting to an adult. We are thinking, okay, well, that means that Ford being away from the headquarters is not just because he's a nutball. It's because there's something that would go wrong, something potentially catastrophic if he comes by. Whereas everybody who doesn't pick up on that, such as Raz himself, or any players that aren't really keenly insightful as to creepy adults, they might be thinking, oh, cool, we'll bring back Ford, we'll solve this thing, I'm going to be the hero. And then, of course, when the betrayal inevitably comes, they'll feel that punch to the gut. Whereas we, on the other hand, as adults, would probably say, yeah, we can see it coming, how will this kid hold up? Those are the different kinds of stories you can tell by adjusting how much the audience knows as opposed to the main characters. Yeah. See you next episode, buddy.